In today's airport updates, I built a 1:400 scale replica of the Dallas-Fort Worth airport updates. This airport update focuses upon American Airlines super hub at Dallas-Fort Worth and will take place during the year 2019. So it's a retro airport update of Dallas-Fort Worth. Without further ado, I cannot wait to start today's airport updates. So, here we go. And to start us off for today's Dallas-Fort Worth airport updates, we're going to first focus upon Terminal B. Terminal B is roughly American Eagle's hub, so all American Eagle flights operate out of Terminal B, and I thought this was a really interesting terminal to model, so let's first focus upon Terminal B here at Dallas-Fort Worth. And to start us off for today's airport update over here at Gate B1, we have this American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900 prepping up for the flight out to Tallahassee, Florida. It'll depart the gate in 45 minutes for the flight out to Tallahassee, Florida. And what a classic livery this is, since this is going to be Dallas-Fort Worth retro. Over here we have this American Eagle Embraer E145 in the old regional jet livery, or colors rather. Fantastic model. This aircraft is heavily being catered with fuel and luggage for the flight out to Aspen, Colorado. And even better, over here at Gate B3, we have this American Eagle Bombardier AQ100 in the Piedmont Heritage Special Livery, a fantastic model by GeminiJets. This aircraft arrived at the gate 5 minutes ago from the flight from the Albuquerque Sunport and is deboarding all of its passengers and luggage. One of the reasons why I love ExpressJet aircraft is just because of the unique destinations that they fly to. Over here at Gate B4, we have this US Airways Express Embraer E170, heavily being catered with luggage, fuel, and catering for the flights out to the Gulfport International Airport in Mississippi. And up next, we have a classic aircraft, an American Eagle Saab 340B by GeminiJets. Such a rare aircraft. This is a phenomenal model. The aircraft arrived at the gate 5 minutes ago from the flight from Houston Hobby International Airport. It's deboarding all of its passengers and luggage. Up next, we have this Bombardier CRJ-900 in the Mesa House livery. Operating for American Eagle, this aircraft is getting its luggage on board for the proposed flight out to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Our second AQ100 arrived at the gate 10 minutes ago from the turn from Houston Intercontinental International Airport. This aircraft arrived at the gate 10 minutes ago and is deboarding all of its luggage. Over here is a unique destination. We have this American Eagle Embraer E145 being tugged out of the gate with a tug. This aircraft is departing its gate for the flight out to College Station, Texas, and is departing its gate right now. And back to the US Airways fleet. Over here we have a US Airways Bombardier CRJ-700. Of course, since this is retro, I decided to include this US Airways aircraft. This aircraft arrived at the gate and is deboarding all of its passengers and bags from the flight from Lubbock, Texas. And over here is the super rare GeminiJets American Eagle Bombardier, not a Bombardier, an Embraer E170. This is the first release of this aircraft. This aircraft is getting its catering on board and will begin boarding in 10 minutes for the flight out to Fort Smith Regional Airport in Arkansas. Competing with the Saab 340B for the world's most luxurious aircraft, we have this American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-200 arriving at the airport from the flight from Austin, Texas. Over here at the gate, we have this American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-700, of course, in the old livery. This aircraft arrived at the gate, and it's just refueling its fuel with a fuel truck for the flight out to Corpus Christi, Texas, and will begin the boarding process in 15 minutes. For the viewer's sake, we're about finished with all these ExpressJet airlines and ExpressJet aircraft. I know this was a lot. Over here at the gate, we have this American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-700 getting its bags and catering on board for the flight out to Flagstaff, Arizona. Arriving at the gate, our final ExpressJet aircraft, yay! We have this American Eagle Bombardier -8Q100 arriving at the gate and departing all of its passengers and luggage. It arrived at the gate from the flight from Grand Junction, Colorado. And next for the airport update is now the American Airlines mainline fleet operation. At Dallas-Fort Worth, there are roughly 4 terminals for American Airlines, but just due to space, obviously, I only have room for roughly about 26 gates for American Airlines mainline operations, so we're just going to kind of condense everything into the main terminal for American mainline operations. Starting us off for the mainline operations at Gate 2, we have the stunning GeminiJets American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER. This was the first release of this model. This aircraft is getting its catering and luggage on board for the high-density flight out to New York JFK. And finally, we have a different airline other than American Airlines, and it only took about 6 minutes only to get to a different airline. Over here, we have this Frontier Airlines Airbus A320neo and the Sunny the Blue Lizard Tail. This aircraft is taxiing towards Terminal E for the flight from Denver, Colorado. Speaking of mad dogs, over here we have this Delta MD-90. Believe it or not, this is my first time ever showcasing this model in an airport update. This aircraft is taxiing towards Terminal E as well from the flight from Hartsfield, Jacksonville, Atlanta International Airport. And up next at Gate 4, we have this mad dog, again, the American Airlines MD-80. These were so iconic at Dallas-Fort Worth, and I had to include one for today's retro airport update of Dallas-Fort Worth. This aircraft arrived at the gate 10 minutes ago from the flight from Newark Liberty International Airport. And how about who let the dogs out? Over here we have our third MD-80 in a row. Our second American Airlines MD-80 and the third MD-80 series in a row. Over here, this American Airlines MD-80 is first boarding up its passengers for the flight out to New York LaGuardia International Airport. Up next is probably an aircraft that didn't really fit into American Airlines fleet, but nonetheless, it was sad to see them go in 2020. Over here, we have this American Airlines Embraer E190, which was part of US Airways fleet. This aircraft is first cleaning out the plane for the flight out to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. After that, it'll begin the boarding process. Over here, we have a US Airways Airbus A319 waiting to be painted into the American Airlines colors. This aircraft is heavily being catered with luggage and catering for the flight out to Miami, Florida. And up next is this American Airlines Airbus A321 with fenced-up winglets. This aircraft is first getting its catering on board and is beginning to board up its first passengers for the turn out to San Francisco, California. Being tugged out of the gate is the sexy American Airlines Airbus A319 with sharklets. What a fantastic model by GeminiJets. This aircraft is being tugged out of the gate with a tug for the flight out to Denver, Colorado, and it'll just begin taxiing towards the runway. And how about them Eagles? I know we're in Dallas-Fort Worth, and the famous saying is, how about them Cowboys? But how about them Eagles? Over here we have this US Airways Airbus A319 getting its luggage on board, heavily being catered with luggage, for the flight out to San Diego, California. Back to the dogs, we have this American Airlines MD-80 deboarding all of its luggage and passengers. It arrived at the gate 15 minutes ago from the flight from Orlando MCO. What a stunning aircraft this is. Over here we have this American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the TWA Heritage Special Livery, getting its catering and fuel on board for the flight to Chicago ORD. It will depart the gate in 20 minutes. Here's my pick for my favorite model of today's airport update. We have this American Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the One World livery. This aircraft is deboarding its passengers and luggage for the flight from Seattle, Washington. And being tugged out of the gate over here, we have this American Airlines Airbus A320 being tugged out of the gate. It's going to be tugged out of the gate for the flight out to, we will send this aircraft to Philadelphia. Alrighty, now we've reached the wide bodies, and what a stunning wide body this is. Over here, we have this American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER in the breast cancer awareness livery, getting its catering and passengers on board as well as its luggage for the flight to Honolulu, Hawaii. Here, taxiing towards the runway, we have the Spirit Airlines Airbus A319 taxiing towards the runway for the flight out to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Oh baby, what an aircraft this is. I was so sad to see this retired in 2020, but since this is retro, I will include it. Over here we have this American Airlines Boeing 767-300 and the One World livery. This is one of my favorite models as well. Being tugged into the gate, it arrived at the airport from the flight from Mexico City. And over here is another American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER. This one's the NG models version, so it has the two Wi-Fi domes on top of the aircraft. This aircraft is first blowing up its luggage and passengers for the flight out to London Heathrow. I could go on for this aircraft for ages. I was so sad to see it go again. American Airlines fleet is not the same without it. The mighty Boeing 757-200. This American Airlines Boeing 757-200 is being catered up for the flight out to Las Vegas. This American Airlines Airbus A330-300 acquired from US Airways, and it's just another stunning aircraft. This aircraft is heavily being catered with its first crew, luggage, and passengers for the flight out to, we will send this aircraft to LAX as a high-density flight. For our mighty American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER. Wow, this is such a long aircraft. Arriving at the gate and deboarding all of its passengers and luggage, we have this American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER arriving at the airport from the flight from Kahului, Hawaii. Next up, we have this American Airlines Boeing 767-300 without winglets being catered up and getting its first passengers and luggage for the flight out to Rio de Janeiro. And over here is our American Airlines Boeing 787-8 arriving at the airport and deboarding all of the luggage and passengers from the high-density flight from Philadelphia. Here we have our second American Airlines Boeing 767-300 with catering and fuel. This aircraft is just beginning to board up its passengers for the flight out to Buenos Aires, Argentina. For an airline other than American Airlines, we finally have a different airline. We have a United Airlines Boeing 737-800. First in line for departure for the flight out to LAX. Note that this doesn't have split skimeter since this is a retro airport update. And last over here at the terminal in front of the army of catering trucks, we have this American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER. What a fantastic model. First blowing everything up for the flight out to Sao Paulo, Brazil. And last but not least for today's airport update, taking off, we have this stunning American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER in the One World livery, currently taking off for the flight out to Santiago, Chile. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's airport update of Dallas-Fort Worth. I do apologize about not making a video last Friday. I've been swamped with my new job. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's airport update of Dallas-Fort Worth. Please comment below what you thought about the airport update. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel as we're on the road to 1,500 subscribers. This is Hawaiian Air 2121 signing off. Hoping you enjoyed today's video. Have a good one.